Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, "You there, I sit in judgment of you"?
Riddle me this.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Force Club! Tyrannosaurus! The SoulProviderZ.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
Yomigare! Nebula-chan!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pants. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious? Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Force Club! Tyrannosaurus! Yoga Lane. The SoulProviderZ. Your soul is mine.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken! Target acquired. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Yoga Lane.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine. Riddle me this. Why so serious?
Yomigare! Nebula-chan!
Force Club! Tyrannosaurus! Always winterize your pants.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, "You there, I sit in judgment of you"?
Why so serious? Yoga Lane. Hadouken!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
By your powers combined.
Riddle me this.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pants. Your soul is mine. Yoga Lane.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken!
Yomigare! Nebula-chan!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Find it applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
Riddle me this. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined,
Hadouken! Yoga Flame. Why so serious?
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Riddle me this. SoulProviderZ.
Find it applied. It's the big one. Proton cannon.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Why so serious?
By your powers combined,
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pipes.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
All right, what's going on, people? Welcome to Otaku Jump Podcast, episode 24. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and if you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord server for all updates on streams and videos. Shout out to people that came in early. We have a lot to cover, so I'm glad to see some of you guys early. Shout out to Death Racer. Oh, DJ Nap, what's going on? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. I am here with my co-host, and more should arrive later. What's going on, Omega? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? Just great to be back, and hope everyone enjoys the show.
All right, and what's going on, OG Lawrence? What's up?
Shalom and welcome back, you bastards of nerdom.
Okay.
ready to get freaky. Make that bubble wrap go pop pop. No, he's not.
Okay. Oh man.
That's what he said.
Man, I wasn't expecting that, but hey, that's how we do. So if you missed our last episode, I have the playbacks on the YouTube channel. Also, we're available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Those different options will be in the description. If you prefer those, we have a couple more episodes of the year left. I think we have at least 3 or 4 so far before winter break, so you definitely want to stay tuned for next year. If you want to be a guest next year, be sure to contact me via email or Discord. We are adding a guest list for the Otaku Jump podcast next year, so we will be having a lot more guests next year. And also, this is our 1 year anniversary month. It's been a really fast time. We've been podcasting for a year now. So I want to congrat the crew for sticking to it. You know, it's I think we've learned a lot, and you know, you guys are definitely you know, a huge help to what we're trying to do here. So
pay us.
Yay, us and chimichangas. Yeah.
Oh shit. Indigenous.
Chimichanga.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil Gunn for you. No worries. But shout out to Indigenous. So let's get to the poll. So the one we had yesterday. So we're approaching, of course, the end of the year. I like to do end of the year polls as we get closer to December and January. So for this poll, I had this voting on the best topics that we're going to cover. And right now, we got best manga of 2022 with 41%. Best video game of the year, 21%. Best film of the year, 15%. Best TV show, 12%. And best anime, 12%. So what we're going to do with that is you can still vote. So what we're going to do, probably the best of the year polls, that we're going to do the best manga first, and then we'll go down as, you know, like the poll shows. But you can still vote if you want that to change. If you want me to change the order, you can still vote. Sadly, I am not a manga person, so I'm guessing for this year it's probably going to be Black Clover, maybe One Punch Man, potentially One Piece, maybe Boruto, maybe Chainsaw Man, things like that are probably going to be the top manga this year. I'm going to have to definitely research that before I get that poll set up. Video game of the year. So obviously, God of War Ragnarok came out actually this month. We got Elden Ring that came out earlier this year. I think when it comes to video game releases, though, it hasn't really been that good this year. I don't think it's been that good this year. So we'll have to see with that. But I think it's going to be probably Elden Ring, maybe probably God of War, most likely. TV shows, I know it's kind of been all over the place, especially with the Marvel and DC stuff. I have no idea what best TV show is going to be this year. Anime could be all over the place with Demon Slayer. Of course, this season we got Chainsaw Man, Bleach coming back, Mob Psycho. We had Classroom of the Elite earlier this year, which was really good for the spring summer. So that could go all over the place. Best film of the year. That probably gonna be Top Gun Maverick. Probably maybe Doctor Strange, The Batman, Black Adam. I don't know, maybe. But what do you think about? What do you think about this year when it comes to end of the year votes? What do you think? What's some of your predictions, rather?
I don't know. For the end of the year, I predict that Chainsaw Man will blow everything out the water.
Okay, so you think Chainsaw Man is gonna beat out Demon Slayer? Because when Demon Slayer came out, I mean, that shit was crazy. Like every episode was just like going viral.
Yeah, I really do think it has the potential to surpass Demon Slayer. By no regards taking anything from Demon Slayer, very phenomenal, but I want to say the more modern take on Chainsaw Man, and then the whole definitely boy and dog thing is really gonna be vital. So yeah, definitely we're gonna hear a lot of people talking about God of War.
Oh hell yeah,
and I'm pretty sure no one is gonna be minding about DLC from God of War at all either. I don't know, but sometimes gamers can be a little bit tedious and tenacious on that, but I mean, it's like this God of War is phenomenal. But I think that's as far as my predictions go.
Okay. Oh, Lawrence, what do you think? Anything for the end of year, like top movies, video game, TV show, anything? What do you think about this year so far as a whole? Anything? You got any predictions?
I mean, I mean, for overall box office, it looks like Maverick's going to take that. I mean, just
Right.
from dollars alone.
Mhm.
If you're talking about superheroes, I I don't think it was that level of a movie, but again, based on box office, I think that's going to be Doc Strange.
Okay, yeah, I can see
And a
that.
multiverse of madness. Just from box office receipts.
Hmm.
Um, I can't really speak on Batman or Black Adam. I haven't seen either one of them yet, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Man,
Yeah,
I can't wait for
yeah.
you
I
to
no,
see those.
no, look, dude, I kid you not. When I tell you guys I'm behind, I'm behind. I mean, I've got at least easily a year's worth of TV shows to catch up on, and about half a year to a year's worth of movies. Seriously,
Whew,
I'm that behind, man.
man,
I've been working. I've been working, so I haven't had a chance to do anything.
yeah, priorities.
Um, I'm I'm behind about 6 months in comics.
Oh man.
So yeah, but I got the peripheral of everything in my head just from listening to you guys or reading articles or whatever. But I just been so focused on because I'm working on a publishing company, so I've been focused on that.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Um,
okay, wow, that sounds great.
but it's for comics
Oh
and
shit.
comic magazines. So I've really been
Oh,
focused on that. So I've had a tendency to like blank everything out because I don't want to pick up other people's ideas by accident or what I mean, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So but like I said, I have the peripheral in my head of what's going on out there. It's just generalizations. But as far as it goes for the movies, like I said, I think far and away Maverick's gonna take it just for dollar amount alone and the
Hmm.
number of people who went to see it, whether regardless of your ideology, everybody saw it.
Hmm.
So um and like I said, as far as it goes for movies, I think it should be Batman, but based on box office receipts, I think it's going to be Doc Strange.
That's a good one there.
Um, yeah, because
Good
I've
prediction.
heard I've heard some decent stuff about Black Adam, but
Hmm.
Black Adam, at least from what I understand and from what I've seen of clips and stuff like that, it seemed like they were going more for um, not nostalgia, but fan service more than story.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
Uh, yeah, because a lot of from what I've read, a lot of the stuff with Black Adam is not really based on like what I know from the actual comics. It's just off.
Hmm.
But I will say this, Dwayne Johnson did put some much needed life back into that franchise. That's for sure.
I agree. And we're actually forgetting a big thing here. Don't forget, big Black Panther comes out next week. So
I
could
doubt it.
could that
I doubt it.
stir the pot of best movie of the
I
year?
doubt it.
Or okay.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Like I said, from what I've seen of the clips, from what I've seen of the trailers,
Hmm.
from the few people I know who are a little, I won't say totally inside the industry, but they've got enough connections. I think it's going to be a hot mess. I really
Oh
do.
man. Okay, wait.
I,
So
I
can you before we go on, can you give me like a prediction on maybe opening weekend? What do you think money wise?
well, I think opening weekend is going to be solid because of course it's Black Panther. I
Uh huh.
mean, there's enough black people who are going to go see go see it on go see it on their own. Then you take in
Yeah.
then you take in consideration what they did with Namor, renaming him Nemor or something like that,
Uh huh.
and
They
pull and
renamed.
pulling and pull yeah they pronounce it differently in the movie and pulling in
Oh.
the and when you pull in the Aztec aspect, so you're going to get a lot of Spanish people going to see that aspect. So
Okay.
it's gonna be a solid opening weekend. Make no mistake on that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just don't think it's going to be something of quality. I do think it'll be, as far as it goes for the numbers, I think it'll beat Doctor Strange easily. I know
Mm.
that.
Yes, it's be
Um,
interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how it measures up. Because it is end of year, by the way, too. So we can't fully grasp the numbers with something like Top Gun that already came out early in the year. So um,
Mm.
we'll have to see. But all right, let me move on to the next one. So this one was just kind of for fun. So best sauce for food, and go ahead and vote. So we have 50 votes. First place, which I'm so proud of, barbecue sauce. Shout out to all my barbecue sauce, team barbecue sauce in the house. Shout out to y'all. Respect. Second place we had ketchup. Okay, fair enough. Ketchup, fine. Mustard 2%. I'm like, yo, man, mustard's actually what mixed with something else is usually good though. I mean, so mayonnaise, which I'm glad 12%. I wish that shit got 0%. But whatever. And then ranch got 8%. So some of y'all like ranch and mayonnaise over mustard. I don't understand that, but that was just for fun. Any thoughts? Quick thoughts on that, Omega?
I'm just pissed garlic aioli didn't get on there. I love that shit, but you know, I went ahead and put ketchup because ketchup can pair with a lot, but I don't know. It's funny how mustard got the short end of the stick.
Yeah,
like
kind of shocked on that one.
Yeah, like you can mix mustard with certain things, and it might be a little give it that extra tang to it. But yeah, other than that, mayonnaise. I'm just gonna say I like mayonnaise because you hate mayonnaise.
Okay, all right. That's fair. All right, what do you think, Lawrence? Quick thoughts.
No, nothing really. No, I got nothing really on that. Yeah, I got nothing. Seriously, I don't have anything.
You don't mess with condiments or anything?
Oh, I'm a mustard man.
Okay, oh, mustard guy. Okay, that's what's up.
You should be up in arms like mustard.
Don't well. First of all, that depends on who I'm talking to and what level of mustard connoisseur are they. Because if you're gonna walk in here talking about some yellow mustard, I got to kick you out.
Oh,
we're talking stone ground Dijon, that kind of stuff. You know,
I was just about to say you like the gray poupon.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. More porridge, sir, please.
Oh my god. Oh, stupid. All right. So Death Race just said I should have had sweet chili on there. I'm like, well, no Death Racer. I don't. No. Barbecue sauce won, and that's fine. All right. So moving along. So the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania trailer came out a couple days ago. And we saw Kang again, because we've seen him in Loki and stuff like that. Keep in mind, with Ant-Man and Ant-Man 2, you know, I didn't really like Ant-Man 2 at all. I was really bored of that one. I think Ant-Man 1 was okay. I don't even see why Ant-Man's even getting a trilogy in the first place, but whatever. It did look good, though. You know, I just hope it's better in the second one. That's all I'm hoping. Just because the trailer looks cool doesn't mean the movie's going to be good, right? So we'll see how this goes. Did you guys see the Ant-Man trailer? And if so, what's your thoughts? Anyone?
I saw it.
Okay, what do you think, Lawrence? Thoughts?
I don't know why they call it Ant-Man, because it seems to be more about Hank Pym and Janet Pym. And I also noticed that Scott's daughter's in this one too, playing a major part. So my question is, are they prepping us to do the whole woke swap, gender swap thing?
Right.
So that's the first thing that went through my head. Kang, I gotta be honest with you, doesn't do anything for me.
Woo! Damn. Well,
as a villain, as a villain, doesn't do anything for me. Not at all.
Wait, are you saying from the comics he doesn't do anything, or just what you saw so far on TV, movies?
From what I've seen of him so far in the MCU.
Okay, well, there's not much that we've seen. I mean, we've only seen him in Loki, right? For the most part, that's it.
We haven't seen him really. Yeah, in Loki.
Yeah, but see, the way from what I'm seeing, from what I've seen in Loki, and from what I'm getting from the Ant-Man trailer, and from what I'm hearing in the news, he's neutered. Based on what I know from the comics, he's neutered, man.
So they nerfed him just like Drax from Guardians and shit, apparently.
I think so. And I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but just from what I'm seeing so far, there's nothing. Remember the TV show Firefly?
Yeah, I never watched it, but I heard of it.
And remember when they did the movie Serenity, the follow up to the TV show, and you had Chitwell playing the villain.
Yeah,
I didn't see that movie, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, well, that's how Kane comes. That's how Kane comes across to me, like that character. Which is good in that type of movie, but what they do in an MCU is not that type of movie. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm there's, in all fairness, there's nothing about the MCU right now that's got me excited in any capacity.
I understand, especially with this year. We talk about, like we said, we talk about TV show of the year. I don't know if that's going to any Marvel show. Maybe, unless it's maybe Moon Knight, but I don't know. You know?
But yeah, I would think like maybe Moon Knight or
don't say She-Hulk.
You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this.
Don't say Miss Marvel. Don't say it.
But here's
I gotta say She-Hulk, man,
Oh my
because
God, no.
all the stuff that transpired between it,
Hell
even though
no.
I gotta admit though, they did us a disservice to Scar. Like I was like,
Man,
oh no.
look, I'm not even trying to go there. I will say this: the only thing I could see the point of Kang being, and that's if they do it, and this is the only way that I think Kang could really be major in the movies. That's if, because Kang is a time traveling villain, and he also jumps alternate realities sometimes in comics, right? So he does alternate timelines. The only way you can make this worth it, and by the time it's done, you find a way to bring back Michael B. Jordan to be the new Black Panther. That's the only way it would be worth it to me, because like I said, right now, if you know the history of Kang in comics and what he's capable of and what they're doing so far in the movie, I'm telling you right now that the characters they're assembling for these new phases, not even good enough.
But
I mean,
I do believe though Kang is a very OP character though. I mean, something that knows already what you're gonna do.
Well, in the comics, he is. He absolutely is in the comics.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the dude who's taken on every iteration of the Avengers at one time or the other.
Right. They had to keep fighting like every separate Kang from.
Right. But what you got to understand
time,
is that. Right. But what you got to understand is that in the comics, he's fought every iteration of the Avengers at one time or the other. The problem we have with the MCU is that he's an Avenger level threat. Give me somebody that they've got in these new phases that fit that criteria, like Thor, Iron Man, Captain America. You're talking about Kang going up against Miss Marvel. You're talking about Kang going up against She-Hulk. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not shit.
So in order to make him viable to fight against them, they're gonna have to nerf him because they're not on the level of all the other Avengers prior.
That's true.
They have to.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think with She-Hulk though, definitely they missed their mark with not having enough like actual action.
What was your thoughts on the trailer, Omega, of Ant-Man? Never got your thoughts.
It looked kind of promising. You definitely get more in depth about the quantum area, like what is it called? I believe it's
Quantum Mania.
Quantum.
What it's called, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania.
Yeah, the place that they go is like
the quantum realm.
The quantum realm. So I think that does highlight better understanding about just how our universe is a lot more like it. Even though it's minuscule, it's still another universe inside of a universe. So that I think that's pretty cool, you know. But as far as the introduction of Kang, I think it's kind of amazing that he's already facilitated himself as a force that I don't think is evil there. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah,
I mean,
true. In the trailer, it seems like he may not be like a total bad guy. At least this variant.
Yeah.
They said,
this actual universe Kang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I don't think all Kangs are just like these terrible rulers.
yeah. Indigenous says that the MCU will She-Hulk will beat Kang. I hope not. I really hope. That'd be
Fade
terrible.
him with one punch. Like, what
That
the?
would be
Oh,
terrible.
well, that's it. What else can they do? Right now, technically, based on all the characters they've introduced in the new phases, she's the strongest one.
That's valid. That is valid.
Shang-Chi is not strong enough. The Eternals, I mean, they neutered the Eternals like all get out.
I think Shang-Chi is more skilled though. Like
Yeah, but that's hand-to-hand combat though.
but
You're talking about Kang.
That's hand-to-hand combat. Like, yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
On Thanos level probably or more.
Right, because we still haven't seen enough of Kang so far. Because you gotta remember in the comics, one of the things about Kang being able to jump through alternate timelines is that he can pull warriors of any kind from any reality, from any timeline.
Yeah.
So he could literally pull all the greatest warriors that's ever been in history around the world, and they have to do battle. But again, that's just them fighting regular people. This is not a cosmic level thing like Thanos was. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying that he can bring back Iron Man and like make him evil and shit?
If there's an alternate reality where Iron Man was evil, he could.
Where Iron Man is evil, he could do that.
Okay, didn't know that.
But like I said, Kang's thing is that he's a conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to go to different realities and timelines, and he likes to conquer them because that's his challenge. He's bored. So in order to get over it, because the century he comes from, there's no crime. So in order for him to break his boredom, he created the Kang persona, and he goes back in time to conquer because that's how he gets his kicks.
I always thought that was astonishing that he found a way to have an outlet through what he felt should be like as much turmoil as possible because his reality has no crime at all.
Right. And then we still have to see if they're going to introduce Ravonna, which is the woman who he fell in love with that kind of tempered him a little bit. Like I said, there's still a lot to go. There's still a lot to go through before we get to the meat and potatoes. But like I said, as far as it goes for a cosmic level threat like Thanos, I don't at least not the way they're doing him. I think Kang is proper for this. I think they're using him to expand on the Doctor Strange madness of the multiverse thing and trying to set it up so that way they have an excuse on if need be and it gets bad, how to bring in more money for the franchise by bringing back Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr., that kind of thing. I think that's what they're trying to do.
You know, I think it's great on one level is that the MCU now has a main kind of boss villain that is you can't just jump him. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta.
Yeah, it's the same case for Thanos, and now we have this next big bad, and apparently we have potentially Doctor Doom too. I mean, I don't know when that's happening, but it's supposed to happen.
Right.
But go ahead, Lawrence, with the woke Superman Son of Kal-El series getting canceled.
Okay. It's the same old, man. Identity politics put in the comics. They've had this kid do everything from climate change to gaslighting readers about wearing masks during the pandemic to, just just all kinds of good. The whole series has been nothing but politics. And Tom Taylor, who was writing it, has been constantly quoting himself as being, it's selling the greatest, it's the best-selling book, yada, yada, yada. And then here we are getting canceled. Now they're going to turn around and they're going to try and do a 4-issue limited series to wrap up what Tom Taylor was doing. But dude, this is an objective failure. Period. Point blank.
What are the do you know the sales of these comics? You know what what the numbers are? Since he's claiming.
Oh, they're under. Oh no, other than issue number one, it sold I think over 50,000, but that's a given. It's a number one, so it's going to be a collector's thing. Every issue after that has subsequently dropped to the point that at various points in time, it's been slightly under 30,000. And when you look at the monthly top 100 comics, it's like always above 50.
Yo,
It's in the lowest end
look
of.
at this dude. You see his tweet about how he left
1
DC
year
Comics.
ago. Oh.
Damn,
I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
You see the screen, the Gabe dude. He left DC 1 year
Oh.
ago, and now it looks like he's supporting Young Ripper. Young Ripper's comic.
Dang. Oh man, that's
Well, like
pretty
I said,
awesome.
man. Well, I mean, this like I said, this has been going on for a while, and this is long before, Eric came along,
Mhm.
and this has been going on long before even this series started. Marvel, DC Comics, man, it's all about ideology and politics. There's something.
So
There's something.
they went too
There's
far
something.
on the political like comic so much where people don't like it. Like it's just
Well, that's only part of it. I mean, because the truth of the matter is this: why do we read comics?
For
To
the story,
escape.
probably stories, the stories, the
to
characters.
escape
You
to
you
escape
you, you
politics.
exactly
to escape the real world.
exactly. You read
Thank you,
comics for
yeah.
you read comics for entertainment and to escape whatever's going on in the real world. Something goes inherently wrong when the bulk of every comic is nothing but talking about politics and ideology and pushing agendas. Now, don't get me
Right.
wrong. Comics have always done political stuff. It always has.
Mhm.
I mean, you're talking about somebody who's been reading comics since the late 60s, early 70s. That's me. So I know this stuff has been
But they
going,
didn't go overboard. I think they were
exactly.
very
It
subtle
wasn't
with it, and it was enough
ex-
where it got you thinking, but it wasn't page after page after page. Like after a while, you
well,
like Jesus.
well,
Like,
well. The thing is that above all things, regardless of what politics they wrote in the story, they never told you what to think.
correct.
It would always leave the arc open ended for you to make that decision yourself. But now, but since 2015, that's not the case. Either
These comics seem to be like blasting you in the face with "You bet
yeah,
you ought to." Like this is what you do.
right, and yeah, and if you say, okay, well, I didn't like that issue, and that's all you said, that's all you
Yeah.
said, nothing else. I didn't like that issue. Well, then you're some kind of ism.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it could definitely put you in a
Yeah.
box, and then people are saying, "Oh, you're not, you don't support me," or like it just, yeah. I loud and clear.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else too. And a lot of people don't want to hear this, but it is the truth. Generally, the dog that barks the loudest is most guilty.
Yep.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that.
So, and that's where I'm leaving that. But like I said, man, this is the thing about being on the show that bothers me when I bring articles because it's the same thing all the time. It's always I would love to just come on here one time and give you an article about a great story.
You're right.
But
Everybody
we no
loved
longer
this.
Some
Yeah,
positivity.
yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, like
Yeah.
I said, you guys got anime and all that good stuff, but comics is my thing. I've been doing that since late 60s, early 70s, man. Comics is my thing. I love movies, I love TV shows, I love cartoons, but comics is my thing. That was my doorway into everything. I adore comics, and to have a year of a show that I'm on and it's always in a negative is disconcerting. And I won't lie. It'll sound soft, but I'll admit it. It's heartbreaking. I mean, seriously, it is. I mean, I lost everything between this and Star Trek, man. That's a wrap for me. I got nothing.
Right.
It's a good point because I don't think Lawrence has ever dropped some positive news on comics this whole year. I don't think
Other
so.
than other than the success of Eric, that's all I've done.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the
God damn.
success of Eric. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
Did anyone see the new Green Lantern movie on HBO Max? Anyone see it?
No.
It was actually okay. Well, me and Eisen saw it. It was actually pretty dope. It was
Oh, it
actually
was?
good. Yeah, it was good. You would probably like
Okay.
it. It was on Jon Stewart, I think.
Right, because that's all I do now, man. If one of you guys don't say something to me, I'm not watching it. Because like I said, I'm terrified, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good, and based on what I remember, Eisen gave it the good thumbs up too. So definitely check it out.
All right. Because like I said, if I don't hear nothing, man, I just don't do it. Because like I said, I'm always expecting when I started, I'm gonna get disappointed. 'Cause it never fails.
That's sadly the case. I mean, look up what
it
this
never-
is
it-
what we've seen this whole year. I mean, a lot of disappointments and not a lot of praising if you think about it. Look at all the
Yeah,
TV
man,
shows.
like it-
Just questionable
Yeah,
TV shows this whole year.
Yeah, and like I said, and again, I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just looking at this realistically. The only bastion of space left was anime, and now we're hearing rumors Disney this and other people this and getting into anime. So now I'm worried about that because that's literally the last thing left. They took Star Wars, they took Star Trek, they took basic sci-fi, they took the movies, they took the cartoons. If you look at that She-Ra He-Man thing, they took the comic books. I mean, anime is literally the last space. I mean, we already saw what they did with video games with The Last of Us. Come on, man.
That's true. I mean, that's why
Anime's literally the last space left, man. And and like I said, I'm not an anime person. I mean, I like some of it, but I'm still not trying to see people come in and do to somebody else's franchises what they did to mine. That's foul.
Right. Indigenous is asking you how old you are, OG. Like he's guessing late 70s, late.
Oh, my 60s. Dude, I'm about to turn the corner on my late 50s. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's late 50s. Indigenous. He also said they're trying to make a series about Alan Scott being Rainbow, but HBO deaded that. But they still won't do a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie. So, you know what's weird about that? Of course, I just mentioned the Green Lantern animated movie that was really good, but I heard Dwayne Johnson wants to bring back Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. I'm like, yo, I hope that was like a troll article. We don't need that shit, right? So if you're gonna do Green Lantern, don't go
actually
back that shit.
actually we do. We do need it, but the thing is that no, we do, and I'll tell you why. We need it, but we need it without Ryan Reynolds, because the stuff they set up for Sinestro, Kilowog, and the Guardians, that section of it we need.
Okay.
Because that's where they went wrong. Instead of focusing on Ryan Reynolds being goofy and funny, they should have did with Green Lantern what they did with Aquaman, that world building. Because you can say whatever you want about that Aquaman movie, but the world building and the special effects in it was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
And that's what they should have did with Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. Never mind all the Earth stuff. It should have been about him being brought there by the Guardians, and that whole movie would have been him in space training with Kilowog, Sinestro turning evil by the end of it, and we would have had a whole world built, a whole universe built outside of the main DCU, because that's what Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman and the rest of them were for, to build the world on the Earth. Green Lantern was a space cop. That's his whole purpose. Right. Now, Earth is inside his jurisdiction, but he's in charge of an entire sector, 2814. So that includes more than Earth. You could have had him on Mars, and you could have seen the foundation of John Jones's Martian Manhunter's people. You could have done a whole bunch of stuff with him instead of putting him on Earth with that silly nonsense. But do we need Ryan Reynolds? Absolutely not. But the world building they tried to start with the Guardians and Oa and all that, yeah, we need that. It's just like Man of Steel. The beginning of it with Krypton, that was great world building. The rest of the movie, you know what I mean?
Before we get to the next article, what was your thoughts about Henry Cavill going back to Superman, Lawrence? I don't think you were on that episode we talked about it.
At first I was really, when I saw Man of Steel, I was really disappointed, and I took it out on Henry Cavill unfairly. I will admit that. But after talking to Eisen and him breaking stuff down, I think looking at it from stepping back and look at it now, I think Cavill's a good Superman. I think they gave him crappy material.
I agree.
And I do know he talks a lot about wanting to change the suit. It seems like he wants to lean more into the Christopher Reeve aspect of it, where Superman's positive and doing this and doing that. And if that's the case, then I'm on board. I'm absolutely on board. Absolutely on board. I can dig it. I can do it. Yeah.
So yeah, with Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne Johnson is basically, I guess he was like one of the reasons why he actually helped Henry Cavill go back. So
He is the reason.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Black Adam, Superman, Shazam. I think that's going to be a whole thing in the future. So that should be pretty dope. And I can't
Yeah.
wait to see that. But
Yeah.
Omega, go ahead. Let's go cover this Drake article you got.
Drake.
Yeah, so our boy Drake decided to post on Instagram some hentai. So
Really?
we all know what hentai is, and
Yeah.
it's been rapped about even in popular songs. But for the most part, people are saying that, oh, okay, like, is this just smut or is it just marketing, right? Now think about it. He does have a release coming out, and I believe it's called is that shoot. Let me see here.
Drake.
Yeah, so the release of Her Loss, because I mean it's the song is possibly geared towards some sexual innuendos, of course. But I don't see as far as the it's being an outrageous thing, because most people that know anime possibly know hentai.
Yeah, right.
And vice versa. And I know it might be a thing where a lot of people said, oh, that's a kind of nerdy and dweeb kind of thing, but we have women and girls that enjoy these same exact things when it comes down to hentai. I believe as a rapper, the promotion of these posts might even have some lyrics that are going to go along with this release. And pay, of course, no mind that definitely each post might have been as more erotic as the next one. But me personally, I see absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. And of course, I can say this much because I'm an artist. So I've had to draw many things for people, and I've actually had the chance of even drawing people in their nudity. So as far as it being this kind of like, oh, like, well, everybody can check it out, everyone can see it, I believe that that's a bit too late when it comes to anime and also erotic things as far as hentai. And though I believe there's another name for it.
Is this the album cover?
But that's the album cover.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. This looks really
Yeah.
tough.
Kind of reminds you of those so many what is that, the when you're trying to make out the Cinemax but you couldn't see it kind of thing going on there.
This doesn't look that. I mean, it looks just. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I mean, whatever.
I can't even.
But there were more of course posts to come. But I mean,
It's
I
not
believe
that, man. It's not that. It's not that, man. It's just that when you get people like him doing stuff like this is why stuff is breaking up and breaking down. Because you got no, seriously, because you got people coming in because they see there's a way to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying our stuff don't make money, but it's not really about the money like that. Yeah, everybody wants to get paid, everybody wants to make a profit, but we were still interested more in stories. See, I don't take people like him serious with this because it goes back to what I said when the show started. We're the bastards of nerdom. See, when we talk, there's not a single week where we're not talking to somebody or some place where we're not talking about the stuff we love, whether it be sci-fi, comics, anime, whatever have you may. This dude don't talk about this, and suddenly all of a sudden he's a fan out of nowhere. When did you ever talk about this, bro?
But that's the thing. I honestly believe though Drake in his age or just other times he know this is very powerful and also erotic thing to actually indulge in with his fan base, right?
That's my point. Is that he's not really a fan. He's just using it to gear up his fan base for music. Cause like I said, like take for instance, like if we brought up Jim Carrey right now, Jim Carrey say he's a fan, I will take it seriously because I've heard Jim Carrey over his career talk about loving comic books. Same thing with Nicolas Cage, huge comic book fan. That's how he got his name. He took it from Luke Cage in the comics. These are serious dudes. Drake didn't do that. He just came out of nowhere, all of a sudden talking about he's a fan and made this nonsense for promotion and money. Wait, dude, I don't take him seriously.
So would you say that Megan Thee Stallion's more of a fan versus Drake with anime? Would you agree with that?
I would think they're both.
Because she has mentioned it a lot, and she even cosplays.
Well, first of all, I can't answer that because I don't know anything about her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know her name. Other than that, I don't know nothing about her. But Drake, I've watched Drake for years. I've watched Jim Carrey for years. I've watched Nicolas Cage for years. There's a lot of people I've watched for years. And like I said, that's one thing about being a nerd. You will talk about this, even when nobody wants you to. because you're a fan. Now Drake's been around for what, a decade and a half, and now all of a sudden he's talking about he's a fan. And then he puts this out to make money and promote himself. Dude, you ain't no fan. You never talked about this. When? What comic convention you ever talked about? What comics are you collecting? That's why when people come at me like that, I'd be asking detailed questions. Well, I'm a huge Batman fan. Yeah, what Batman? Well, all Batman. Really?
Between even erotic manga, they have women that are definitely what he's rapped about. Like there are some times where it's just outrageously
listen what I'm,
like you have the what is it I'm trying to think because there's different types of body types in manga, right? Like you do have like the very like just flat chested at all, but then there are some women in anime where it's just like, damn, like
like
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. And I'll try to make it quick because I know I'm going on a rant. I don't want to do that. But the point I'm trying to make though is I get all that. I absolutely get all that. But what I'm talking about is people who come into our space pretending to be something they're not. So if you sat down and you asked Drake and you ask him to name some anime, he'll name Bleach. He'll name One Piece. He might even name Naruto. But you ain't no fan if I look at you and go, so what do you think about Battle of the Planets? And you can't answer me. Because you're just somebody who only knows the major stuff because everybody's talking about it. If you're a real fan, you know the nuance, you know the detail.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
It is easy to just say, "Hey, I'm a fan of."
It is that part,
or Naruto,
but we can't leave out that marketing involves sex a lot, and sex does sell.
And that's
I mean, I'll read a little bit from the article.
That's fine. No, but that's fine. But admit to that. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think he would.
Yeah,
I don't think he's trying to hide it.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that okay, hey, I've heard this is real good stuff, so I'm going to use it for my stuff. But don't be coming at me like talking about you a fan, because you're not a fan. Just admit you're using it to promote your stuff because it's something that's popular right now. Don't come in here pretending you us, because you're not.
Well, that's
what pisses me off.
I'll talk about on basically just to share a little bit of the end of the article. It does says perhaps this is Drake's way of responding to Kanye West's apparent abstinence from adult content, as well as a month-long celibacy. Drake's post seems to be a strange form of guerrilla marketing for his upcoming release, as I already stated, Her Loss, because nothing gets people on board quite like Smut, which I said. The sex and eroticism, even in manga and anime, does sell a bit. Regardless, I like this part at the end where it says, regardless, thanks Drake for making 124 million followers suddenly need to hide their phone screens. Very cool.
Yeah, I don't really listen to Drake, but yeah, I mean,
I don't listen to him.
I'm kind of whatever on this one. I didn't have much to say, but I'm not. I mean, I listened to him like long time ago and shit. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Lawrence. You know, it's not like you're trying to gatekeep. It's just like, you know, people are like the cap and. Try to ask them about the specifics, and you know they're not going to be specific.
No, look, I don't. Yeah, I'm not trying to gatekeep at all. Look, if anybody loves it and really loves it, come on. The more, the merrier. What I'm saying is that I'm tired of people pretending they us when they not. You know,
look, just a rapper that had a whole music video.
I know, but hold on. Yeah, I know, but hold on one second. The thing is, if you want to use the anime to make money, I'm okay with that. But admit that's what you're doing. Don't come at me talking about you one of us, because you're not. It's no different than when you go to the convention and all these girls are dressed skimpy and naked and yada, 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 talking about they love the character, but can't tell you nothing about the character. They're only in there like that because they know.
They probably can not tell you about the story.
Yeah, but they only in there for attention and to make money off people who want to take pictures. Because when I look at you and you dress half naked as Elektra, and I ask you something about Elektra, oh yeah, that was a great story. Well, which one are you talking about? Oh yeah, the one she died. Well, which one? She did it 3 times. Now they're looking at you like you stupid. Yeah. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. Like I said, if you want to make money off it, knock yourself out. Hey, I don't know nothing about it. I just thought it was a cool costume. I figured I'd do it, try and win the contest. We're good with that. We're totally good with that. Nobody's got an issue. But don't come in here talking about you doing it because you a fan and you don't know nothing.
I'm not complaining about those cosplay knockers. So yeah, definitely.
Look at this guy. But Indigenous has a good point. You know, like people that suddenly say they like playing video games. It's true. Like when, you know, it is a very vague statement to say, and then instead of just stating like, you know, the different franchises you like or.
It's not vague. It's offensive. Call it for what it is.
That's very understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's use real words. It's offensive. Because if we suddenly came into their space or something they love, whatever it's going to be, and started doing that, they'd be ready to hang us. But yet, for some reason, you think you can just come into our space and do that? Nah. And that's partly our fault too, because we allowed it instead of telling them where to go.
Because of tits, man. Because of the tits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boom!
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we reached our part 1. We're gonna do a quick intermission. We'll be back after 4 or 5 minutes. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and we'll be back after this short commercial break. Thank you.
Sorry for the tirade.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these 2 fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Why so serious? Riddle me this.
Haven't had a lot of company in a long time, but if I were expecting some, I'd whip up a really substantial meal. You see how strong I am? From eating all of this stuff.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
Your soul is mine.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
By your powers combined.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine. Riddle me this. Why so serious? Always winterize your pipes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Why so serious? Hadouken!
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
By your powers combined.
Riddle me this.
俺はスーパーベジータだ。
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Always winterize your pipes. Your soul is mine.
By your powers combined.
Hadouken! Why so serious? So
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Target acquired. Here's the big one. Proton cannon.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Always winterize your pipes.
Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
All right, we are back for our part 2 on Otaku Jump Podcast, episode 24. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, click the bell. If you missed the first half, you can watch us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Anchor, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and other formats in the description. If you are interested, also you can just watch the playback on the YouTube channel if you prefer that option. Episode 24. We do have a couple more episodes of the year left. I think we have at least 3 or so, so you definitely want to catch us early at Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Time. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I hope everyone is having a good, safe weekend wherever you may be located. So we got Omega. Welcome back. What's going on, Eisen? What's going on?
What's good? What's good, everyone?
All right, we got Eisen, and we with Lawrence. What's going on?
Shalom, shalom. Welcome, little brother.
Welcome.
Alrighty. So let's get back to the news, shall we? All right. So coming up, we have the PlayStation VR2 release date and price revealed. So VR2 will be officially released on February 2023 next year, with the price tag of $549.99. This rounded up to $550, and pre-orders will begin on November 15th. Actually, in a couple more days. So, as revealed by the PlayStation blog, PlayStation VR2 will include the PS VR2 headset, the VR2 Sense controller, stereo headphones. There also will be a VR2 Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle. Oh my god, really? And which will retail for $600. It will also include everything from the standard edition plus a PlayStation Store voucher code for Horizon Call of the Mountain. So he says that this will allow players to charge their controllers through a simple click in design without having to connect to the PS5 console, freeing up the console's USB ports. He says as for pre-orders, those will live in the US, UK, and France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg will also be able to initially pre-order PlayStation VR2 through the PlayStation Online Store at direct.playstation.com. So this shit's expensive as fuck, and honestly, I never cared about VR, and I still don't care about VR. In fact, I don't know anyone that even has it that's a peer of mine. So I don't know. I don't know if people are buying these like crazy. It would be interesting to see like the sales numbers of these things, these products, but that's a pretty big price tag. I don't know if it's even worth it, at least in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's fans that actually like it. What do you think, Eisen, on the VR2 price tag release date? What do you think?
I think that, well, I'm really thinking, man, console people are easy lick.
Damn.
I gotta go there. Mm-hmm. I mean, the system itself, PlayStation 2, costs $500. I mean, you basically got not enough games to even worry about spending that kind of money. Now you're talking about a VR2 here, that the base of it without any games plus tax is going to run you about what, $580?
Yeah, you just round that shit to $600, honestly.
and then with the game, it's probably going to run you about $630, $640 plus tax.
Yep.
Yeah, console people are freaking easy lick. There's no way I can see doing that.
I'm with you on that. Omega, what do you think about the VR2 Like, is that what do you think? What's your thoughts on the release, the price? What do you think?
I've had, I don't know, I've done VR before, and though it is kind of just immersive, it's I don't know, like I'm not too much. The price hike to me is just, I don't know. It's like I don't know. Like I feel like a lot of people might be into VR, but it's a catch with that one. Like you gotta really like that potential of more immersiveness, and then you gotta make sure you got enough good space between you and or another person, or just if you get you got. I mean, you got to have room. You gotta be able to move shit and move around. I don't see a person. I mean, you can sit on the couch and do it, but I don't know. Like I've went to those things where like it's like just the VR simulation where it's like more open. Like that's really fun. But just on a everyday thing, I don't know. I think the price hike is a bit much.
I agree. Lawrence, what do you think about the VR2 headset, the price? What's your thoughts?
I'm with Eisen on this one. I mean, dude, they're game sims. I mean, any new console release and everybody's on it. And the thing about it that's weird to me, and maybe you guys can explain this because you guys know this stuff better than me. My assumption would be that there's no need for a whole new console. All you have to do is release a new firmware update to make it adaptable for VR, and then all you'd have to do is go out and buy the goggles. Does that make sense?
Actually, sounds
So
better.
you're saying update the hardware or software?
A firmware update.
Oh.
Yeah, just the software, just a basic firmware update that allows you to attach VR goggles to it.
Oh.
That's all they had to do.
Hey,
That's all they
Lawrence.
had to do, and then you go out and you buy the goggles, which should be cheaper than buying a whole console, and then you're in like Flint.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Eisen. What's up?
But why go cheaper for them when they're dumb enough to spend 600 plus?
Oh no, I agree with you. I'm just saying that if they were really serious about,
Just hook them in with that 600.
yeah, if they were really serious about gaming experience, that's how it should have been done. But they're not. They're about making money. So it goes back to what you said. It goes back to what you said. They're just licks. So.
Yeah, and then here's another thing: the fucking Horizon Call at the Mountain. Like, if you watch that, whatever that game is, it's just some BS like light version of the real game. Horizon that you should probably be playing over this crap. Like, who's gonna invest almost $500 on this one? You can use that just to buy the console itself, the PS5, or use that for some, whatever on the PC or something. You could get like a couple parts for PC for $500. Shit, I just
somebody gonna do it.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. By doing it this way, they also get to charge even more for games because the games will only work on that console. Correct?
I don't think so. Like you're getting the console, like the bundle is the game, the headset, and the console, right? Or is that is that the headset? That's $600.
Does this mean all your old games are still playing on that console as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like some games do have VR, but I don't know if it'd be always worth it. Like when you've already played the game.
Yeah,
like I mean,
not.
Yeah.
I just don't hear anyone talking. Oh man, I got VR and I'm just enjoy. I don't hear anyone say that. Honestly, I just don't hear anyone.
Like I would have to research it more to see if there's articles of people like this is so amazing, but it doesn't seem like it gets that much hype or promo.
It doesn't. I don't hear much hype about it at all.
I'm just until cybernetics make me plug something in the back of my head, and that'll be
right. Like Cyberpunk. Yeah, right. Go ahead, Eisen. I had to get a different link for your article, but I think it's the same topic.
Yeah, there's been several ones, but yeah, basically, the news got dropped that season 4 of Witcher. Henry Cavill is out. And they'll be getting Liam Hemsworth to play Geralt of Rivia. So I think there's been several reasons as to why this is going on. One, with him being started back up, with him not being dropped from playing Superman, which is a good idea. The other one too is the writing for the Witcher TV series has been trash. It's been ass. I haven't, I've got the books and I'm going to start reading them soon. But it's basically everything they've done is off. Where they're blending different books and then just making up their own as they're going on. Which I think Cavill just kind of got tired of it. Being he is an avid fan of The Witcher. He started off playing the game, and then he got into the lore in the books as well. So I think the other thing is he just got tired because they're not doing the character or the story, the Witcher story, any good whatsoever. They're basically crapping all on it. So he just, there was no need for him to keep going. Which I completely agree with. But that's all I got.
Okay, so Liam, we've seen him in a couple of movies. He was Ra's al Ghul in the Dark Knight trilogy, right? I think, right? Batman Begins, right?
No,
that's not him.
This is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
this is Chris Hemsworth's little brother.
Oh,
yeah,
brother.
Yeah, you're thinking about
younger
Liam
brother.
Oh,
he was in.
You're thinking about an old man.
He was in one of the Expendables.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah,
I thought that was Liam. I thought that was Ra's al Ghul. I was like, oh shit, he's too old.
No, that's
Which was a horrible race al Ghul, by the way. But anyways,
damn.
I did the same thing. I got it confused with Liam Neeson. That's what you're thinking about.
Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Hemsworth.
Because when you hear Liam, you think So okay.
Liam Neeson.
So
I listen for the whole name, but that's me.
I mean, I just say, hey, whatever. Henry Cavill got the bag, so I mean, he's solid. You don't need Witcher anyway, so if he's got
I really like Witcher though.
It can still be good though. I mean,
the show was good, but I have to agree with.
I think it was just okay. It's not the best show ever, but I had to still.
What?
I definitely just agree with how bro Asian Sama put it though. They
disagree
from they pulled from so many books. It's like what like
man, look they sit up there and throw shit around.
Yeah,
stuff that didn't happen. So it can't be good if it's trash.
And you know what? I think definitely it. Okay, if I was an actor, I would try to have some kind of insights. But if the director is not even gonna like consider it, and he's just like, no, we're just going with this, that would get irritating enough where I don't want to do this anymore. Especially if I believe in the franchise. Like
because
I like
they have no respect for the franchise. They have no respect for the stories that came before and doing them properly. And it's because of people like you and Soul Provider.
Hey!
I didn't do shit. Hey.
Sitting here
enjoyed it.
Sitting here talking about it's all right. I enjoyed it. I don't talk to undercover snowflakes. You got to go.
Well, no, I have to actually have some pushback.
I said it was okay.
Henry Cavill was very good in it. That's the only reason I like it that much. Like his acting and definitely his swordplay was off the chain.
You need to grease the chain on your bicycle because that was some serious backpedaling.
Well, actually, no. I actually agree with Omega. Like, if it wasn't for Henry Cavill, I probably wouldn't have watched the damn show. Honestly.
Yeah, I gotta admit.
To be honest, after season 3, I'm not going to watch it because it's trash. His acting and portrayal is good.
Once
but
again, it's not a show even worth rewatching. Like, it's just like, okay, cool. I'm cool. It's not worth rewatching, like, compared to like Dexter or Breaking Bad or some shit like that.
Notice you're naming all old shows. I'm just pointing that out. But anyways.
Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead, Lawrence. What else, Lawrence? Anything?
Undercover snowflakes. I'm just messing with y'all. I can get why you watched it because of Heavy.
Look, Florence, we fucking liked it.
Okay. wait. Okay, so my premise was, hey, I've heard of him from the video games. Let's see how they, fuck this shit up in the real life show. That was kind of why I watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. I'm just messing with you, man. I ain't got to explain nothing to me.
Yeah.
You know, you know how many shows in my 50-something years I've sat and watched just cause.
Right.
So you ain't got to explain it.
I had to get metal. I had to get metal on you for a minute.
Nah, y'all know me. Y'all know me better than that. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Lawrence, with the Star Trek article.
Ooh, cool.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Yeah, I had to pick this
one. Oh, jeez. Dang. So, nothing like opening up a new Star Trek comic, now that they brought back Benjamin Sisko, only to have a Vulcan talk to us about how being pronouns is illogical. Love it.
So they PC us from space.
If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the actual page from the comic. A little bit more.
Here?
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
No, keep going. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. It should be right after this one.
Let me see.
There it is.
Here?
Yep.
Huh.
Let me just read it out loud to you. So Benjamin Sisko is back, and he's going through time and he's picking up members of his team. One of them happens to be Beverly Crusher, who we all know. So he's talking to her about being in the med bay. She's inspecting him, making sure he's physically okay, medically, yada yada yada. Then we have a Vulcan with, of course, one of the those people haircuts.
Damn.
Hair on the top, side shaved. He asks Sisko, if I might, sir, I do have a query. And there's a female Andorian who tells him, don't. He goes, I apologize for any secondhand embarrassment, but logic dictates I act in the best interest of the Theseus and their crew. Now, the ship is named Theseus. So he says the Theseus and their crew. The Andorian says her crew. Ships are girls. His response is, the gender binary is illogical and we both know it. What is the point of that in Star Trek?
All right. They're trying to add shit in real life like you were talking about.
Well, I'm just going to say, hell, you ought to be used to it by now.
Right.
Yeah. Only thing I know to say is, hell, you just going to have to get used to it by now. I ought to be, I guess, used to it by discovery, but we ain't.
Yeah,
we might as well say wokety woke wokety woke. Whoa.
I tell you the same thing about Discovery that I've said many times before. There is a tragedy when the initials of your show is STD, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
What?
Ouch.
Damn.
Star Trek Discovery is STD. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up later. Okay. Anyone else have Eisen, anything on this one?
No. Let's not torture ourselves anymore.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
There was nothing else that needed to be said. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So going with the Witcher stuff that we got, some good news. So Witcher is getting a Unreal Engine powered remake. CD Projekt Red has officially announced that a remake of The Witcher's in the works will be built from the ground up using the Engine 5. They said that they have announced this at the Polish studio's Fool's Theory in early development on a Witcher remake. As it turns out, the project was one out of the 5 games recently announced, although it was presented under the working title Canis Majoris. While this news will be, of course, undoubtedly thrill longtime fans for the franchise who are anticipating the upgrade on the classic game, no details were revealed. Quote, we want to do this right, so please be patient. It's going to be a while until we can share more details. Fair enough. That's fine. Cool thing is, the fans love it. I have actually never played Witcher 1. I did play Witcher 3, a little bit of Witcher 2, but I didn't play Witcher 1, so I might definitely keep an eye out for this. What year did the first one come out? It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I actually have it in my Steam account.
Do you remember what year it came out?
No, but I can find out.
It's been a hot minute.
It's old, though. I know that.
Oh, was it 07? I think it was 07.
It might have been.
God damn. Sheesh. 07. Damn, that was like high school for me. Damn. Crazy. But yeah, good news, at least. Any
cool.
thoughts, Omega? What do you think about a Witcher remake coming?
It's gonna be awesome. Unreal Engine is definitely one hell of a powerhouse. So yeah, I think it's gonna be amazing.
Any thoughts, Eisen?
Yeah. This has been, I think this news has been coming out for a while. That there was going to be a Witcher 4. I guess they're now finally starting to work on it. But one of the rumors was also that Geralt would not be the main character. I think they're at that time they were going with Ciri, I believe. But we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Eisen, Lawrence, any thoughts on The Witcher?
Nah, I got nothing.
Okay. Yeah, but definitely we're going to have our eyes on this. Most likely we'll cover it again as more news comes out on that one. All right, Omega, let's talk about God of War Ragnarok finally. Go ahead on this one.
Yeah, so hey, words out. God of War Ragnarok is the second highest scoring game of the generation so far. And when I mean generation, of the consoles, because we've been waiting, and definitely there's been a hold off on certain titles. I mean, one title alone probably has astonished a lot of people, which is Street Fighter 6.
Yep, can't wait for that.
Yeah, definitely. So currently God of War is up there with Elden Ring, which is first. No doubt about that, because if you're on any kind of social media platforms and you've seen the remarkable things that you can do in Elden Ring, it only stands in comparison to what's going to be coming out in Ragnarok. Now, I've actually posted once on my Instagram feed a commercial which I thought was not only lighthearted but actually badass, in a sense, where they've already come out with the commercial for the God of War that's actually coming out. Astonishing graphics that you see in it. Combat alone, if you played the last God of War, definitely is going to be probably on a whole different level of this. Now, what's interesting is that currently, even though we have Elden Ring at the top spot right now with a rating of 96, we have God of War Ragnarok at 94. That is very close, neck and neck. Now, we actually have number 4 would be Persona 5 Royal, which got a 92. Forza Horizon, which I definitely, for the Xbox Series X, I mean, Forzas have always been, to me, actually a phenomenal racing game, period. I mean, it, even to the point where it wanted to teach the users how to actually professionally drive. Like you do have those, I believe, the green markers system, which would show you how to kind of navigate tracks enough where you could turn that sucker off, and now you're just driving on a more professional level. But the graphics on that game was astonishing. A little more for you. We have Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which got a 91, and that's for the PS5 and Xbox Series. We have Rogue Legacy 2, which is a 90. Microsoft Flight Simulator got a 90. Now, I'm pretty sure this is for the nostalgic people to actually, it got put on here, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 plus 2 got a 90. It could be lackluster with some people that have probably just grown a little bit too tired of Tony Hawk, but I honestly believe if they did Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 and it got a 90, they should possibly release a follow-up of I believe it was Tony Hawk's California Wasteland. That game was astonishing. Like the things that you actually could detect. It was almost like mission based like skating. But I'll go on further where we got It 2, which got an 89 on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Deathloop with the 89. We have Last of Us Part 1 remaster with actual 88 score. Horizon Forbidden West got an 88, and Immortality at 88. Now, for games with copies of both the Xbox Series and X and PlayStation 5, pretty much average scores are 1 point off or higher than the other. But I'm pretty sure, like, if you played any God of War game, you have your favorites, but when it came down to just the sound, the graphics, the story itself is quite, I mean, to me, I think it gives a lot to not only the lore, but actually the gamers that just can feel the brunt or even the earth-shattering voice of Kratos. I mean, the God of War scores are extremely impressive, nonetheless. High 90s has got to be definitely up there. So definitely, I think a lot of people during this winter, I believe whenever it release comes out, I believe it's gonna possibly be somewhere around Christmas, but this game is gonna get a lot of game hours ran through it, and we'll possibly see a lot of people actually posting a lot of their gameplay when this drops.
Mm-hmm. So this game's coming out this week.
Great.
Yeah, coming out on Wednesday. Now, so and like you said, the reviews have been just crazy. Like, high 90s. It's crazy how the only thing that's topping this is Elden Ring. That just goes to show you, just how, big of an impact Elden Ring was this year. I think honestly, if it wasn't for God of War coming out, like this year, this would have been Elden Ring's year for the most part. Like Elden Ring when it came out, I think it was like Q2 of the year. Just literally was like the whole focus for literally like months and months was this Elden Ring. But I think God of War will get that chance this November, December, most likely. Final Fantasy Reunion, I don't think that's going to be much of a force, but it should be good, but I don't think it's going to be like, to the wave of God of War, Ragnarok. So looking forward to the game. The last one, 2018, was great. Can't complain with that one. Had super fun with it. Then later it came out on PC, and then people on PC enjoyed it. So most likely this game will be on PC as well in a couple years. So I would say get it now if you can. It's on PS4. There's an option for a PS4 option. Honestly, I would not. If you have a PS4, fine. But I would just say if you could get it on PS5 or PC, I'd just say do it that way. If you could wait for PC, if you're patient enough, but if you don't have a PS5, I guess get a PS4. But I think you're gonna really lose when it comes to graphical and performance. But I can't wait. It's and I think they said this is actually the finale. Like, there's not gonna be a third God of War to this, to make it a trilogy. I think this is actually, they're gonna finish the story in this game. So after this, the company may work on a new game in the future. So it kind of sucks though. I kind of wish they would do like a trilogy. Maybe have the Kratos' son be like super grown or some shit. That'd be hella cool.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you actually say that, because I gotta admit, Kratos is knocking it out the park. I mean, I think he was they didn't describe him as a bad father at all. Like, with his original family that were murdered by him. But and a lot of influence with Zeus, of course. But I think he's really showing that he wants to not do that cycle of son and father and violence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm glad you actually mentioned how he's definitely raising his child, which we could actually see possibly in the future. Like how you said, we want to see how his son grows into maybe even his adult age. Yeah, so there's room for that. But like you said, if they are closing the chapter in the book on this, then just all the data in this definitely amazing story that's been from God of War 1 to now, it's gonna have a body of work. Whatever the new project they work on, I think they're gonna turn out hits.
Oh shit! Look at Dorian. Dorian with the super chat. How long do we have till they turn this into this franchise into Assassin's Creed? Dude, don't jinx this shit, man.
Oh, please don't jinx.
We don't. Ubisoft needs to stay the fuck away from this franchise, dude. I don't want to see none of that. Like the trade off what they did with Halo, going to 343 Studios and shit. Fuck that. Like, keep this shit, Sony. Don't hand anything to Ubisoft. For real, dude.
Yeah, don't do it.
Let's not even. Yeah, don't taint this shit. Just leave it as it is. Fine. If this is gonna be the final game, fuck it. That's what I say. But Eisen, what do you think about God of War Ragnarok coming out? What do you think? Eisen, you there? Eisen? Oh, is he here? Lawrence.
My bad, I'm back.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I didn't have anything. My bad.
Okay. Lawrence, anything on God of War? Ragnarok?
Hey, wait, what?
Oh, come on. God damn. Come on.
Nah, seriously. I like God of War, man, but it's the same. I mean, it's the same stuff as always to me.
Okay. Did you play the last one?
No, I haven't played the last one. No, I haven't. But like I said, I mean, I look at it because like I said, my game of choice is, as weird as it sounds, is Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, bruh. You played Soul Calibur 5, the recent one?
I haven't gotten it yet, no, but I got all the other ones. Okay. So to me, it's like, it's the same game, just new little skins and variations and stuff like that. But I mean, I look at God of War the same way. I mean, nothing bad. I'm just saying it's just the same thing to me.
I feel you. Alrighty. Go ahead, Eisen, with the John Wick game. Oh my god, I thought that said movie, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking Bloods and Guts. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. If you get somebody else playing him, but basically, this got released sometime during the week that basically Lionsgate wants to do a John Wick video game. Let me see here. the CEO, who is he? John Beltimer has been talking to investors to try and get proposals for one. So I guess we're gonna see what happens. He's been talking for a big AAA. So we'll see what happens, but it might do. I mean, basically all it ended up being is like another Max Payne to me, if you ask me. But it's been a while since we had Max Payne, but we'll see how it goes. I think it might do well. I think it could do well. You get somebody to do it. Maybe somebody different, new, who has facial expressions unlike Keanu Reeves. It might go.
Damn. Man, okay, so it says something that I see here. It says rival other major shooters. See, that's already a red flag here, right? Cause
I agree.
Thinking about shooters, I'm thinking about Battlefield, Call of Duty. Like, yo,
Gears.
This is not what. No, like it's already a bad look. Even from the pitch, it's a bad look. Like, yo, you said, what's that game you're talking about? What's the one you mentioned? Max
Gears?
Payne. Max Payne, right?
No, Max Payne. Yeah.
That's like it is shooter, but kind of action. You know.
Yeah, it's an action shooter. It's
action
different.
shooter.
It's, yeah.
Cool, but the rival major shooters, dude, nah. It has to be like.
I don't think.
Like
you can't do it.
Exactly. Maybe a Max Payne type deal, mixed with maybe a little bit of Devil May Cry type shit or something like that, or a DSX, a little bit of DSX in there. Cool. That's my thoughts. I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I don't know, but I don't like the sound.
You
of
know,
it,
it was a good.
Go ahead.
Oh well, I think the very last Max Payne was really good. I actually used to play that online a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah, Max Payne 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I got good reviews. But what do you think about the John Wick thing? Do you think this could be a game or what? I guess this depends on the studio. I guess.
I would think it's. I guess we have to ask everybody how do movie games usually flop or are they duds? Like
yeah, they usually fucking flop.
They usually flops. There was actually a Matrix game on the PS. I don't know if it was 1 or 2.
Oh yeah,
I think it was 2.
It was
2.
Path of Neo.
I remember that.
Okay, like I actually believe that shit was fire.
Yeah, that shit was fun as hell.
That one actually was pretty decent.
Yeah, that was.
It was pretty decent, and it came definitely from a movie. But like you said, I mean, it depends on who's gonna be making it.
Let's be honest. It's 2022. The track record for games to from movies to games and vice versa is trash. The track record is horrible.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be trash again in 2020, whenever the next few years is.
Yeah, man. I don't sound.
Platinum do
I'm not
John
excited
Wick
about
game.
it. Lawrence, what do you think? What's your?
If Capcom or Platinum did it, who knows? Maybe.
Platinum. It depends with Platinum games, honestly.
Yeah.
But Lawrence, go ahead. You about to say something?
No, if it's done well, I'd be interested in it. But like you said, based on what's been said so far, I doubt it. And on top of that, Lionsgate is a film production company. What are they doing talking about games?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess the CEO has, hey, we want to make this a game. I don't know.
You know what? My guess would be because movies aren't doing it well right now, depending on what the movie is. So they got to find a way to make money some kind of way.
Damn.
I don't know. John Wick has been doing very well, so it should have been making them. They should have been getting paid already.
It's a good series.
Well, I'll just say this: that was before the Rona. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Wasn't the last one like in the middle of that?
I don't think so. No.
Power Rebellion?
John Wick
3?
They
completed it before all that crazy shit.
Yeah, that happened before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it was on DVD before all that.
I'm just thinking that's gonna be a long ass game if they fit all three movies.
Don't get your hopes up for that. You know. So don't get your
They might stick with just the original.
like these movie tie-ins. These movie tie-ins are basically like movie kids meals, like just
Okay.
low quality bullshit. Go ahead, Lawrence.
So it was released a couple of months after it started.
Oh,
The
okay.
shutdown, the shutdown started like March 2019, right? Or no?
No,
It was 2020.
it was 2020.
Oh, well, then you're right. Okay, then you're absolutely right, Eisen. It came out before that because it came out in May 2019. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're definitely right. Okay, yeah. So you're right. I guess that is what they're doing, trying to make money off the off the game. They couldn't.
Yeah,
release
they see the
anything.
trend that's going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, like I
Well,
said,
at least it's not.
it could be good. It really could be good. I mean, as a first shooter game, that kind of stuff. Like I said, you got to get the right team behind it. And like I said, I don't see that happening with a film studio trying to
Hey,
do
do you guys?
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Do you guys think if it was a real shooter, it would be more hype?
Like Doom.
Or House of Dead?
No.
Kind of like that.
No.
No.
It's got. I mean, with it being John Wick, if it's not an action shooter, with you could throw in
Like the
some
whole
different.
visual of him.
Well, yeah, it'd have to be third person. It'd have to be an action shooter,
Third person.
and environmental action and kills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
if
like
they
kinda
did
like,
all that,
Max Payne, Hitman,
Yes.
Splinter Cell,
Yeah,
that type of thing.
and yeah, and of course, part of the game is you could actually do everybody who gets it make it an online game where everybody's assassins trying to go after each other, collecting medallions, yada yada, just like the movie.
Oh no.
I mean, something as simple as that, because that's really where I think it would be really, really good. That if you can go up against other people online playing assassin characters as well.
yeah, I'd never
And
play
then- and-
online just because I hate. My bad.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I'm just saying. It
would
be real.
I think it would sell though. I agree.
Yeah,
I think
it would definitely sound like I said. Collecting the medallions. Actually, there's two types of medallions. There's the regular medallion, and the one with the blood thumbprint in it that you owe a debt, stuff like that.
Medallions give you different skills and shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe,
So
maybe we should just make the game and just say fuck them, because it looks like we have
Okay, we don't make the game.
We have better ideas than these people are probably gonna have anyway.
Rail shooter is already out. My idea is already in the trash.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know.
John Wick, reload.
All
Time
right.
crisis.
So our final main topic for this episode. So James Gunn, on signing to lead DC Studios, and basically being the DC Kevin Feige. But this article is saying that he was the first person that he actually told about his promotion. So according to James Gunn, the first person he told about his signing with DC Comics was Kevin Feige. He revealed in his tweet that his personal account, responding to a now deleted tweet asking if Suicide Squad director hated Feige and Marvel now that he's heading the rival company. And of course he said he's like, they're actually friends in real life. Like, it's not that fucking serious. Like, like, chill out. Like, why would he just hate someone just because he's...
What do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's not that serious? Friends in real life. He fired him, didn't he?
Oh, well, let's look. I'm just saying he's not being like emotional. He's just being logical. At least from what I'm seeing, But he said, yeah, this is his tweet. Not only do I love Kevin, he was the first person I told after I did deal. $1 less for Marvel is not $1 more for DC. DC and Marvel are having the common goal of keeping the theater going, experience vibrant and alive. Which technically, if you think about what he just said, that's what they're doing. Even look at the movies this year, minus Top Gun Maverick. They're all superhero movies that are getting the most money, Now, review scores, questionable, but technically they're keeping people in the theater. Technically. If you look at the gross from these movies from this year alone, this is pretty evident. But, so now the DCEU apparently doesn't exist anymore, and now we have the DC Studios, right? So Gunn is basically going to be in charge. But he still will be working with Marvel on other Guardians of the Galaxy projects, including the Holiday Special, and of course Volume 3, which should be the finale of the Guardians. So Eisen, what do you think about James Gunn taking over with DC? What do you think about that? Because it was.
I think Vaslov is an idiot. Zaslav, is that his name? I think he's stupid, but hey, I mean, you're gonna make a guy the head of the DC movie franchise. You're gonna make him the head, who is nothing more than a flash in the pan. He's only had one successful creation to date, and that was the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Everything else is mediocre at best that he's ever done in his life.
Did he work? Did he work on Peacemaker? Was that him?
I probably so. I would not doubt it.
It was him. It was
Okay.
him. Yeah. Peacemaker and
Something I didn't want to see.
It was funny.
Peacemaker and the last Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Trash. Utter trash.
Lawrence, what do you think about this with James Gunn being DC's head and all? What do you think?
I think it's stupid. From a fan perspective and from a business perspective. From a fan perspective, just like Eisen said, he's pretty much J.J. Abrams, a one-shot wonder.
Oh,
it's well, no, I mean, his follow-ups are never as good as his first outing. And I didn't mean that disrespectfully. I'm saying that you could see that with J.J. Abrams.
You're talking about his Star Trek movie, or what are you talking about? What one?
I'm talking about everything.
The whole career.
I'm talking about his whole career. Yeah, the whole thing. Look, he came out strong with Lost, dropped that. He came out strong with Alias, dropped that. Came out strong with Star Trek, dropped that. Came out strong with Force Awakens, dropped that. I mean,
but he got over. I was gonna say he got over on Cloverfield. It was overrated, but anyway.
Yeah, Cloverfield was overrated. But the point about Gunn though is that, like I said, his follow through is not strong. In addition to that, I do not want the DCEU turned into the Guardians of the Galaxy remix. And you can see in this, and you can see in the second Suicide Squad movie, that's where he was going or trying.
Yes,
that's
exactly what he did.
You could see it in the Peacemaker show.
Yep.
Then, in addition to that, you got to ask yourself, okay, so you just wasted $500 million on J.J. Abrams for nothing, because they gave him $500 million to come in there and head it up. Then, to make matters worse, why would you hire somebody who's got an inside relationship with your competitor and literally telling you to your face that their competitor is one of their closest friends? Dude, how do you know he's not sharing information back and forth? How do you know he's not purposely coming in there to sabotage? Especially considering he's still working for them, even though he's got this gig. That's a conflict of interest. That makes no sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
Good point. It is conflict of interest because he's still working on the Guardian projects. Sure.
And even though it might just be the Guardians, he's still part of the overall arching story concept for all the phases, because what he's doing with the Guardians bleeds into those phases for the final thing.
Secret Wars,
just because you just
5, all that.
Yeah, just like the other two Guardian movies he did, whether it was the plan or not, he still was part of the overall story for the end of Phase 4, Endgame and Infinity War. He had to be, because his movies were setting up the Guardians to be part of that. So he's still going to have inside scoop on both studios. And when push come to shove, he literally said in the open, Kevin Feige is one of my closest friends. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? If that's your closest friend, I can see your weekends talking about, yeah, you need to see what DC doing over here. It's a hot mess, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not trying to put that on him and say that's what he would do. But what I'm saying is why would you even put yourself in that kind of situation? It doesn't make sense.
What do you think, Mega, about James Gunn coming to DC and his talk about still working for Marvel? What do you think?
I don't really have much. No. It's yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. All right.
DC is screwed, man. I mean, we gotta call it for what it is. DC is screwed.
Yeah,
Look,
they're done.
It's looking that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, you might as well just let people come in, make their own movie, and if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But as far as it goes for trying to get a plan together and picking proper heads, I mean, that's retarded.
It's
They don't know
done.
what they're doing. They
think
just
that's
don't know.
why I have like zero to say. Like it's just it's a wrap.
Nobody they bring on actually likes the comics or the characters themselves. James Gunn, by his own admission in the very beginning with Guardians of the Galaxy, said he's always been a Marvel zombie.
Oh well, you didn't see the Batman, but Matt Reeves, I mean, he loves Batman, the comics and stuff.
Look, man, this is simple. What you need to do is the head director should be Matt Reeves. The head creative director for the overarching DCU needs to be Christopher Nolan. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. And as far as it goes for continuity and historical references on the characters and their history and how they actually are portrayed in the books to the screen, you bring in Jeff Johns. That's it. There's your Trinity right there. You're done.
Yeah,
Jeff Johns has spent 20 years writing these characters in the comic books, so he knows them intimately. So from a creative perspective, he can tell you what's going right, what's going wrong, how it should be done in this respect. Not trying to take over, but just giving you an insight into the characters.
What can work for film?
Exactly. Because if Christopher Nolan and Matt Reeves are not big DC fans, you got a consultant right here, Jeff Johns, who knows the entire. Jeff Johns used to work with Richard Donner, for crying out loud. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he don't have a little bit of film history to him too.
Right.
So there you go. The overarching creative director is Christopher Nolan. The head director, who would have his hands on picking the other directors for the other movies, or at least assisting Christopher Nolan, would be Matt Reeves. Because out of all the movies, he did the best job as far as it goes for directing. You can talk about Patty Jenkins all you want to, but no, she's not. And then, like I said, for the consulting aspect to make sure the characters are portrayed properly, Jeff Johns. We're done.
Oh,
we're done.
What's your thoughts on so we covered the other episode. Looks like they're gonna be making villain-based movies on Clayface and who was it? Clayface, Scarecrow, and some other character. Kind of in the style
Riddler.
of like no, it wasn't Riddler. It was Professor
was it?
Fig or something. Ferg. I don't know how to say it, but
oh, you talking about Pig?
Yeah, Professor Pig or some shit. I don't know.
Oh God!
And they're gonna do it.
Only
like,
one of the three is worth doing.
They're gonna do
Only
it like the Joker movies. But what do you think? What's your thoughts on that before we move on?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Again, it's stupid.
Yeah, only one of those three would be worth doing.
I'd like to see Scarecrow though.
Actually, to be honest with you, none of them would be good, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like anything else with any other character, and this is not a Batman thing. This is about all characters. Nobody wants to see a Fantastic Four movie about Galactus. They want to see a Fantastic Four movie with Doctor Doom.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see the Penguin. Everybody wants to see the Joker.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see Brainiac. Everybody wants to see Lex Luthor. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Oh no, I do want to see.
But
Eisenberg. I don't know.
No, but it's not even about Eisenberg. It could be any other actor. What I'm saying is that there's a certain.
I see what you're saying.
There's a certain type of mentality for average moviegoers. We're in the industry. We love the industry. We've been doing it for years, most of our life, if not all our lives. But for the average moviegoer, they don't know none of this, so they don't care.
Yeah.
To them, Batman is always Joker.
Yeah.
Do they know Penguin? Sure, but do they want Penguin? No, not really.
No,
I'll tell you this: for Batman, I think two that you could do to make it work, which I think Matt Reeves is leading up to it. Hopefully, the Court of Owls will be the overall arching deal, and then a villain another villain they haven't really done. Well, I think could work would be Hugo Strange.
Yes, Yes, I would agree with that. And that goes back to what I said about the only person who could pull that off with the Court of Owls and Hugo Strange and maybe a few
Reeves and Nolan.
miscellaneous videos, it would be Nolan. No question.
Nolan and
to it.
Reeves. I think the combination
Yeah.
of them working together, they could get that
Yeah,
done.
yeah. That's why I named it the way I did. That's exactly why I named it the way I did.
So shout out to Eric Bird for the super chat. What's going on, Eric? Man, shout out to you.
Yeah, Death Racer. he said, he said DC finished. Okay.
So let me get to our next topic.
Super chat.
Yeah, shout out to Eric. So next, this is our final headline. So Marvel finds his Wonder Man and Aquaman's Yahya Abdul Mateen II. Marvel finds the star of the upcoming Disney Plus series Wonder Man and Aquaman and HBO's Watchmen actor Mateen II after weeks of rumors. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Aquaman, HBO's star, is currently in talks with Marvel to star in the series. The confirmation comes just days after another report indicated that Mateen might be set to take up the mantle after a casting grid reportedly showed the actor could play Simon Williams, Wonder Man's alter ego. So Wonder Man is confirmed to be in a Disney Plus series, I think, not a movie. We've seen Mateen in Aquaman as Black Manta, and they say that he was in Watchmen, which I didn't watch, so I have no idea what he did in Watchmen. But I remember him in Aquaman, and I think it was really cool. Black Manta, I actually liked him, but I did hear some people say, "Oh, well, their color changing, like he should be white, whatever." I don't honestly care. But what do y'all think? Isaac, go ahead about Wonder Man being in the MCU. Is this something that's exciting, or is this more like, well, whatever with MCU's kind of useless TV shows? What do you think? At least this year, there's been a lot of crappy TV.
Not gonna lie, don't know. I really don't know about Wonder Man like that.
Me either. Me either. I thought you would.
I'll have to let them. Yeah, no. The biggest thing that I read back in Marvel, it was usually always the X-Men. I always had those comic books, and then I like Spider-Man. But that's it.
Okay. Omega, any thoughts on this? Wonder Man coming into the MCU? Confirmed actor.
I do find it's amazing that we just keep getting the whole thing where it's just like, the character was white, but now we're making him black. But I don't see an issue with that as far as the actors that, like, come on. I mean, if you think about it, like, if this is done in the 90s or 80s, they would have went with a white character. So, like,
right.
I mean, a white actor. I'm sorry. But nonetheless, amazing hero that's added now to the MCU. So yeah, I've always liked Wonder Man. I actually like that Hulk actually liked and respected the Wonder Man. Like,
so what's his power set? What can he do? Because I have no idea.
I'll have to use
Wonder Man. Wonder.
Because I only know that it's. Oh well, yeah. We got Lawrence. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Wonder Man is an Avenger. He's always been an Avenger. He is the third most powerful Avenger, right after Thor and the Hulk.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
Yeah, he's super strength. Okay, well, this is how it goes. It was actually
had a cool suit too.
He was actually an enemy with the Masters of Evil. He changed at the last minute. Baron Zemo killed him. When he died, apparently the energy, which is ionic energy, if I remember correctly, that Baron Zemo gave him his powers with, actually he didn't die. He went into hibernation. When he revived, he found out that he was no longer human. His entire body is made of ionic energy. He wears sunglasses because he no longer has eyeballs and pupils. They're just red slots, kind of like Cyclops.
Red, yeah.
Cyclops from the X-Men. Super strength, invulnerability, durability. You can actually disperse his entire atomic structure, and over a period of time, he will coalesce and come back.
He kind of sounds like
He
Havoc.
cannot. He cannot die. No, not even close. Not
He
even
doesn't
close.
shoot energy. It's rare, and I think
He doesn't shoot. He
takes-
doesn't shoot. He doesn't shoot an energy blast at all.
He doesn't.
But
He doesn't.
But I will
use,
say this. I will say this. You have seen him. If you watched any of the Avengers animation shows, he's been in them.
I always thought he had just a badass outfit too, and those shades are pretty cool.
So,
Yeah,
Lawrence,
yeah.
what do you think about the actor getting the role? What do you think? Do you care if it's, you know?
I would have preferred not the race swap. Not that I have anything against a black actor portraying the character. It's just I'm tired of race swapping without justification for it. There's really no. I'm
Yeah,
just
it does.
saying.
I understand. Yeah.
So that's my only thing. I mean, and there's plenty of dudes who got the build and look to play Wonder Man out there without swapping for a black dude. Seriously, there just is.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, I'm starting to notice that Marvel and DC are swapping actors for their universes.
Right.
Because you're starting to see people from one franchise going into the other, blah 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 blah. But then again, But like I said, I don't.
The actor is really good though. I'll give my 2 cents on that. Like the body
Oh,
of this
no.
character, his acting skills are pretty.
No. I got
a
no.
good resume,
No. Like I said, I got nothing against him. Like I said, I don't even have an issue of him being Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not about him. It's about them just swapping for the sake of swapping.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
I get what you're saying.
Because by the time this is said and done, at least at the rate they're going, the MCU is going to be nothing but people of color.
Right. Which they're doing probably intentionally anyway, not by accident.
And I personally don't want that. And again, I got nothing against wanting to see characters who look like us, but I'm old school. Then if you want characters that look like us, make characters that look like us. Don't race swap somebody else. It makes us look petty.
Yeah, it would look cool to actually just have this this is a new character instead of getting the stepping into that character's role.
Well, the thing
I do want to share one thing though, like a couple more things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at his abilities. His abilities are ridiculous. It seemed like his power set makes you think well, no wonder the Hulk likes him. It's crazy. I said, he can do size alteration. He has a healing factor. He shapeshifts. He teleports.
Those are new. Yeah.
Oh, okay. These are all new stuff, huh?
Yeah, they gave him those. I think he got those abilities in 1999, 2000, where Kurt Busiek took over the Avengers. When Kurt Busiek was writing the Avengers and George Perez was doing the artwork.
And he's grown a lot of strength. That is amazing. His power set is
he can take Hulk on toe to toe.
Wow.
And I'm talking about Hulk enraged.
Yeah, like when he's super pissed.
Yeah, because you know how it works with the Hulk. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He actually took on World Breaker Hulk. So
unfortunately, we got this pussy ass Hulk. Because golly, it's I want 2002 Hulk back.
It goes back to something I was talking about earlier. Because if they're gonna add him to the MCU, now you got somebody powerful enough to take on Kang.
Oh, yeah, okay. That does. Because with the teleportation technique, god damn.
Because without question, he's definitely stronger than She-Hulk.
I also heard they're gonna do a Nova kind of special, kind of what's that one, Werewolf by Night, kind of like a one shot, kind of on Disney Plus. I heard they're gonna do that for Nova.
I guarantee you they're gonna use the little Spanish kid.
Right. Yeah. Well, that makes sense to get a new actor.
Makes sense.
A young one.
Yeah.
But
they're gonna use Alexander instead of Richard Rider. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Guaranteed. And then of course they're gonna have, and of course because of his age and that, they're gonna have him meet Miss Marvel, because that'll be the foundation for the superhero
that's
team.
that superhero
Um,
team. Yeah.
which is neither. Well, they've been trying to do New Warriors forever, so it might be that. So,
But you know what? Do you think it's kind of astonishing that we will have like the Sons of Midnight, but then we also do have another team that is more young, but it's almost like they have those kind of weird supernatural powers, which is the New Mutants. Like that's like a young team, and then they're gonna have another young team. So
Yeah.
well, the New Mutants are an offshoot of the X-Men.
yeah.
But the New Warriors were a team that stood in and of itself on its own.
Mm.
It had no association to the Avengers, Defenders, or any other team. They were just their own thing.
God, man, it's so many teams that when
And
you
it's going to
think
be
about it, Secret Wars will be astonishing.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they
it's going to be interesting because if they do decide to do the New Warriors, then we have a question on what to do with Namorita. Because Namorita is a problem because that's the little cousin of Namor, and we've
Right.
already established Namor is not a good guy in Black Panther. So how are you gonna do that? And it's hard to write her out because she was one of the founding members and she made up a huge chunk of the major story arcs for that team.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not hard to write it out. They
Well,
figured,
well,
they
yeah,
figured
well,
out how to write
it's
out
true.
shit in Star Wars, so yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
They
true.
did a
but I'm
lot of
just-
that. Yeah.
No, you're right. That's absolutely true. It's going to be detrimental without question. But it goes back to like I said earlier, man. There's nothing here to get excited about for me. There's nothing I want to watch. When I tell you I'm done, every single TV series that Disney has put out for the MCU, I have not watched it.
Are you even phased by the every now and he's mentioned it a couple times, the Spawn actual movie. Do you feel anything with that? Yeah.
You mean the new one
Tom
that's gonna come
McFarlane. He's hint to it, but he hasn't.
Yeah. It's supposed to be Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. But to answer your question, no. because Tom McFarlane is just as much an asshole on the opposite extreme as they are on the other.
Right.
And Jamie Foxx, well, yeah.
Okay. Let me get on to the rapid fire. All right. So, EA says Marvel deal driven by success with Star Wars games. So during the EA Q2 2023 earnings, the company addressed the recent deal with Marvel, how the decision to enter into another partnership with Disney was driven by the success from the company's previous deal with Star Wars. So during the call, EA was asked if it could offer more details about the announced deal with Marvel, that we will see EA work on 3 Marvel games, starting with EA Moto's Iron Man game. While EA declined to go into that much more detail, the company said it's seeking to be a cooperative, creative partnership rather than a transactional one. Yeah, that's BS. Of course, you're getting money. So there's EA is going to be working on 3 Marvel games. Of course, the first one being Iron Man, which they've made the claim that this is going to be like, focus driven, blah blah blah, giving us a bunch of word salad, instead of just giving us a trailer or something. Of course, we're going to have to wait till that comes out, but I don't know. This is because it's not like every superhero game's quality, right? So this is kind of where, are these 3 games going to be bangers? Hopefully, but we don't want to hope, right? One is, if it's good, it's good, right? But if it's bad, it's bad. I mean, this could be 3 future bad games, Marvel games coming out, So, am I excited? I think Iron Man does deserve his own game, like a AAA full developed game. Yeah, sure. But we'll just have to see what EA's going to do, because EA's track record is kind of all over the place. So, any quick thoughts? Quick rapid fire.
Yeah. EA's track record is not all over the place. It's trash. They don't have a track record. I don't even know why they saying they have success. EA has success with Star Wars. No,
right.
They've only had 1 successful game with Star Wars. Everything else was garbage.
Right. You're talking about Fallen Order, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing. I was hoping they would fucking fail. That way they could get. That way they wouldn't get the contract again. but somehow they pulled one out of her ass.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about with success. Like maybe if they're trying to include Battlefront. I don't know what the sales numbers were for that, but maybe.
Man, it nothing they had done was Fallen Order level. Nothing.
Damn. What's going on, Golden Eagle? Dude, join my Discord. YouTube is kind of stupid. So join my Discord. Link is in the description to stay up to date. But yeah, I definitely agree, Eisen. Go ahead, Omega. What do you think about EA's new Marvel deal?
I don't. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on it. Kind of shaky with EA. So, yeah,
that's the problem.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Lawrence, anything on EA's Marvel deal?
Nope.
I know. I mean, we'll see, man. You know how they are. So yeah. Next up.
That's why I got nothing to say.
Right. So next up, more Marvel news. So Marvel's Vision Quest series confirmed Wanda Maximoff will appear possible. So Vision Quest, a new Disney Plus original series focusing on Paul's vision, is officially in the works at Marvel Studios following an initial report by industry insider Jeff Snyder. Deadline has confirmed that a new WandaVision spinoff focusing on Vision is indeed being developed, with Writer's Room expected to open next week. According to Deadline, Marvel Studios' Vision Quest will be about the Vision trying to regain his memory and humanity. Additionally, there is a possibility that Olsen's Wanda, Scarlet Witch, will make an appearance in the series as well. I honestly don't think that Vision needs his own damn show. Like Disney and Marvel, whatever, just wasting money. Like, who's asking for Vision to get a show? Like, I could see Vision maybe, being in future, cameos, features in different movies and TV shows, but not a whole focused show. I feel like probably the other side characters are going to be more of the focus. I don't think Vision as a character can hold down a whole show, but maybe I'm wrong. Just my initial thoughts. What do you think, Isaac? Quick rapid fire on this. What do you think?
I think that he's going to be a side character in his own show. This is going to be the Wanda Maximoff show.
Right.
This is what it's going to be. And I think that, hey, all the Disney Plus shit going on is trash. So it's going to be trash anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Omega, what do you think?
Yeah, he probably about to be a side character. Yeah. I don't know. Wanda Maximoff. Wait, didn't she die? She did, right?
Who?
So Wanda, right?
Probably not. You talking about?
No, she ain't dead.
No, she ain't dead.
She didn't die in her movie featuring Doctor Strange. She's good.
Yeah, they're not gonna kill her off like that.
Okay. They're not gonna kill. Okay. Yeah, I gotta even freaking agree with my bro and some on that one. He might end up being a side character. It'd be all about her.
Yeah. What do you think, Lawrence, on this? Go ahead.
Oh, everybody's right. Going back to what you said, so when you said he's not capable of holding down his own series, that's proven by the fact that they brought back Wanda, who's supposed to be dead. So,
right.
I mean, that says everything.
I just don't know. Like, I know there's intent, right? But it's like, does he need to have his own show? Wasted resources on him. Like, I'm not saying he's bad. He's all right, but I don't think he deserves his own show, man. I don't think he deserves it.
No, I mean he does. I mean he doesn't. Like I said, his story concluded in Infinity War. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
We got the follow up to see what it could have been with WandaVision. We're done.
Right.
What else is there to discuss? I mean, literally, and like I said, it goes back to what you said before. He can't hold a show on his own. If he did, there'd be no need to bring in again Wanda Maximoff, who again we've already seen die this year.
Right.
So what exactly are we doing here? What's the point of this?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's wasted resources. We'll see.
Of course it is. Both characters are dead. What is the point of this?
We'll see
I mean,
next up, Venom 3 taps screenwriter Kelly Marcel as director. So, as reported by Deadline, Marcel will helm the third Venom movie starring Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock Venom. Marcel, who co-wrote Venom from the 2018 and the sequel Let There Be Carnage, will produce Venom 3 alongside Hardy. Marcel will pen the screenplay based on a story by herself and Hardy as well. Other producers on Venom 3 include Avi Arad, Matt Tolmack, Amy Pascal, and Hutch Parker. Venom 3 will mark Marcel's directorial debut. Yay! This sounds... I have no idea if this is good news or bad news. What do y'all think? Rapid thoughts? Eisen, go ahead.
I'm not sure what to think. I don't think it's gonna be good. New screenwriter, well, new director. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna be good to me. But hey, who am I? I haven't even seen the last one, so.
And why would you give, like, I'm guessing this is like the finale of the trilogy. Why would you give it to some noob to direct and not like a pro expert, especially when Venom 2 was kind of weak sauce? I don't know. That's my thoughts.
but she's a girl.
I guess. What do you think, Lawrence? Go ahead.
'Cause it's a girl.
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing else to say.
So
Because she's a girl.
So I guess it's, Venom 3 is just going to be a fucking experiment then, I guess. Well,
I mean, dude, come on, man.
I don't know. What do you think, Lawrence? What do you think, Omega?
Yeah, it's Venom 3 tap screen. I mean, we probably knew the 3 was coming, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They can't leave it open. I mean, because it seems like I don't know. Like, I think Venom is gonna have to have some kind of interaction with some Spider-Man or something. Like,
yeah, I think that's that's still the plan.
Yeah. I like 1 and 2, so I'm gonna be optimistic about it.
Okay. I mean, I just like 2. I
like 1.
I like 1.
I actually like 1 better than 2.
Yeah, I didn't like Carnage. The other one I just didn't like that much, but I did like.
I didn't even see the second one, so.
You
may not,
you might just want to watch like an overview. I don't know if you want to waste your time watching the second one. Let's be honest. Well, more DC stuff. So I think Indigenous TV was talking about this in the chat. So HBO's Green Lantern series retool includes a massively slashed budget. The HBO planned live-action Green Lantern series has gotten a new lease on life, though apparently it won't be as much money behind it as expected. The first iteration of Green Lantern was intended to focus on Alan Scott and Guy Gardner and incarcerations of the DC character. That said, it's come to light that the series is being redeveloped and will now follow Jon Stewart's version of Green Lantern instead. While fans certainly seem excited by this development, it does come with a caveat of reduced budget. So it looks like production, everything's going to be lowered. That could be risky, and also lower the quality of the show visually and other things. So to me, that sounds like bad news. But I would say though, the counter, I mean, Joker's initial budget was only like 84 million, I think, 80 million or so, and it did numbers. But go ahead, Isaac.
Well, the reason why it's going to be a reduced budget because Green Lantern is going to have to be a whole lot of CGI.
Yeah, true.
So having two lanterns on screen, plus other potential lantern enemies, that was going to be a ridiculous budget. I mean, you probably be talking She-Hulk level budget. So it's a smart move to only focus on one. And Jon Stewart is probably one of the more popular lanterns and one of the more well-written. So I think it could be good if done right, but I just don't think it will be done right.
Right. with the track record. Go ahead, Omega. What do you think? Green Lantern's budget being slashed. Omega, you there? It says you're talking. Hello? Is Omega there? Eisen.
They got him.
Maybe. Lawrence, go ahead.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Go ahead. Say your opinion, man. Go ahead. You Cook. Go ahead. Go in.
Nope. Nope.
Dang, he's refusing a turn? Whoa. It must be that bad. Damn. Okay. All right.
That's so bad. I didn't think that.
Oh, Omega, you're okay. What's your thoughts?
No, it was so bad. I was just crickets. Like, but then okay, like the massively slashed budget. Like, I mean, what the heck? You know, like, so I'm at a loss for words for it, but yeah. Okay. Significantly less. When you see significantly, like, yeah, already
you know what? Like, you know what? I am gonna say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I am gonna say something. I'm gonna say this. I'm keep it. Talk about race swapping. You talk about what characters who look like people of color to be on screen. And you got one of the most popular ones that is known to the general population as a whole, and you slash the budget on them. For real, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got you. You know what? You know what? Deuces.
Shit, you going in.
Yeah. He said it perfectly, though.
That's a good point. God, it's true. I know, it's so depressing. I know, Lawrence, man. It's a lot of depressing, fucked up news, but hey, we gotta cover it, man. All right.
And it's so ridiculous because he's the most bad. Like, he's
the only reason why
badass one. Like,
the only reason why I didn't react the way I did was just because from the beginning it was saying Gardner and Scott was the original idea. That was the only reason why I didn't have the same reaction Lawrence did to it. So that was the only. But yeah, Lawrence is right though on that.
Right. All right, next up. Batman Arkham Studio co-founders leaves Rocksteady. So Rocksteady's co-founders, Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker, who helped create the Batman Arkham series as well as the upcoming Suicide Squad, Killed the Justice League, are leaving the studio for new adventures in gaming. They did leave a open letter. Warner Bros. President David Haddad said, with Suicide Squad nearly finished, they both decided to leave Rocksteady at the end of this year and will begin a new adventure in gaming. It's not yet clear what their new adventure will be. I don't know. How the hell would you leave Rocksteady? I mean, especially with all the great games they've been releasing, it's not a major change in leadership for business, but on the creative side, with Hill having directed all of Rocksteady's Arkham games, as well as Suicide Squad, Hill and Walker will be replaced by Nathan Burlow as studio director and Darius Segjian as studio product director. It's not clear who, if anyone, will take up the reins as director on the upcoming Suicide game. So I wonder why they would leave after almost finishing the Suicide game, which apparently is going to be, we'll see if it's going to be good. Hopefully it's fucking better than Gotham Knights. God damn. But any quick thoughts on this one? Anyone?
I'll just go here and say maybe James Gunn came to the studio and put his thoughts and ideas, and they were like, "Yep, nope, I'm good."
Damn. Maybe. What do you think, Omega?
They could have did this over beer.
Right. Okay. Lawrence, what do you think?
Man, this episode's hard because I stopped swearing about 2 months ago.
I know, right? End of the year, man.
That's why you only hear me say ass or hell or damn. You don't hear me because I stopped swearing like seriously like 2.5 months ago. You only hear me say hell, damn, and ass or something like that. They making it hard this one. I ain't gonna front. They're making it hard this episode.
Just replace it with boop and beep.
well, the F word I've been using Fraggle Rock.
Okay. That's That's right.
I mean, like what the Fraggle Rock, you know, that kind of thing. But, no, seriously though, man, this was a hard episode for me, bro. This was a hard episode for me, man, because this is just bad, man, all the way around. I really got nothing to say but that.
Hey, hey, it's the end of the year, so I think that's why we're getting all this bad news. But we got more, well, maybe good news for you. Next up, so Stargirl canceled at the CW. So it says the CW is bringing Stargirl to an end, with the series joining a host of its sister shows being canceled on the network. Stargirl is currently running its third season, which will prove to be its last. Deadline reports Stargirl will continue to air new episodes on Wednesdays through December 7th, when it will ultimately conclude. Stargirl, of course. So yeah, so Stargirl's ending and will air till December next month on the 7th. Go ahead.
Let me surprise you here.
Huh?
I'm actually disappointed that it's canceled.
Wow. Okay. Shocker.
No, because there's two of them, Stargirl and Legends of Tomorrow, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Stargirl was literally written the way the comic was. Jeff Johns created that character. It was based on his sister, one of the people who died in one of the plane crashes from 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
The way they portrayed that character on the show and the other characters in it was legit. I mean, they took some artistic liberties, but for the most part, that was pretty accurate. It was goofy from a soap opera point of view, but it's CW. What do you expect?
Yeah, right.
But overall, for an enjoyment thing, yeah. And like one time when I was talking to MOT, Legends of Tomorrow's was a goofy pleasure for me because it was meant to be goofy. I took it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I look at Stargirl the same way. It wasn't top quality, but it was definitely better than Batwoman and all that other crap.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely doing better than the last 5 seasons of The Flash. You know, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, for me as a guilty pleasure, I think it was a great show to bring in kids. I will give it that. It most definitely was. So, and it introduced the Justice Society and all that good stuff. So I would say I'm a little disappointed. Doesn't surprise me, but I am a little disappointed because Zaslav is in there just cutting stuff left and right, man.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go and say, sounds like to me Stargirl suffered from from all the bad episodes and series that came before it. Everyone had pretty much tapped out. I know I one thing I can say is I agree with Indigenous. Smallville is the greatest superhero show to ever come from the CW. Especially
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. That's fact. That's fact. That can't be.
I would say the best shows to ever come from the CW period are Smallville and Supernatural. But yeah,
nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it. Absolutely. You can't. Neither one of those can be argued.
I would add the 100. I also like the 100. It wasn't that bad.
Yes, the 100 was good. I did like it too. I agree.
Yep. Omega, anything? With Stargirl being canceled?
No, you guys pretty much covered everything. That CW going on a cancel spree, boy.
They're just one-shotting everyone.
Like,
this
did boy. It's like you can hear the what's that the Strider Hairyu sword in the background.
Yeah.
But you have to remember also he needs to get this done anyway because the CW was sold to someone else.
Yeah, what Discovery?
No. It was an independent broadcasting station. They bought.
But you know what?
They bought it for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
and truth be told, if Zaslav doesn't cut the shows, he's going to be paying the guy to air the shows.
But you know what? I thought Stargirl actually had some great staying power. Like it
did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a bad show. It really wasn't. And like I said, it was
okay. Next Star.
Yeah, there you go. Next Star. That's who it was. And I think they got it for like $1, or they bought the debt, which was like $25 million or something like that. But yeah, Stargirl was good. Like if you got grandkids and you want to get them started on comic books, you know, like I did with my kids, you know, Stargirl was a great place to start.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to start. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it was definitely good. That's why I said it was good for kids. I mean, and then like I said, For those of us older, the nostalgia of seeing interpretations of the Justice Society was cool too. Like I said, Stargirl wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
Yeah. Just for definitely if you started off a child or your daughter or son, I would think Stargirl would be great. Yeah.
All right.
Just for that comment, sir, you get to keep that gray coupon.
Okay. So final one.
Okay.
Power Rangers reveals full lineup of Legendary Warriors for the 30th anniversary special. So it says Power Ranger fans couldn't be more excited not only to welcome the Dino Fury cast back for a third season into Cosmic Fury, man, all these names, but in some see the return of two Mighty Morphin Power Rangers legends, David Yost and Walter Jones. I think Walter's the Black Ranger. Today, even on Buzz, more buzz was built thanks to the real reveal of Hasbro's fan stream event that they wouldn't be the only Legendary Rangers returning for their 30th anniversary. So looks like the original crew is back, getting ready for the return of some of the family's familiar faces in next year as we celebrate 30 years of Power Rangers. That's the voice of
wow, that's kind of cool.
That's the voice of Ichigo right there, I think.
Oh,
and,
shit.
The girl right there is the daughter of the original Yellow Ranger, I think, that died, I think that's the daughter. I think that's what it said. So they're coming back for the 30-year anniversary of things.
That's interesting because I was just thinking about her. I was just thinking about her. You talking about Tenny?
Yeah. Yep.
Trini. Yeah.
The Yellow Ranger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that's pretty cool though.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of history.
They trying to show. They say, hey, once. Just because we old don't mean that we ain't still Power Rangers. We just, we put our morphers up, but
ain't one of them in jail.
Yeah, one of them.
Wait, who got in jail?
I think it was the Red Ranger, if I'm correct.
Oh, Jason?
It was. Yeah, it was something to do with business fraud.
I think it was
shit.
Yeah.
Man,
I don't know if he went to jail or not though.
Rangers.
You try to huck that morpher and Zorda and cut his ass.
That's fucked up. Oh, okay. You said it was the Green Ranger.
I got an issue.
Well, I think both of them did something, but I think the last one was the Red Ranger.
I think
both of them might have had a scandal, but I think the last one was the Red one.
Not Tommy.
The last one was the Red Ranger. It had something to do with, like I said, with financial fraud, and I think it had something to do with PIP loans.
Yeah, I knew the Red Ranger got caught for recently.
That's the Red Ranger. Yeah. Now the other one, the green one, that's the one who actually studied martial arts. I want to say something with him, but I can't remember what.
Was it a domestic thing or? No, let me not go into any of that.
Yeah.
It's not going. Look, a great concept for a 30th anniversary.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah, Indigenous says he was charged with the death of his roommate or some shit.
Oh boy.
Yikes. I mean, was he wearing the costume while he was doing that, or he was like in human form?
That's so valuable.
Yeah, whatever. Let me get out of there. All right, so yeah, that ends our episode 24 of Otaku Jump Podcast. We will be doing episode 25 later this month. Like I said, we got a couple final episodes of this year left, so definitely want to stay tuned for that. Join the Discord server to stay updated because YouTube sometimes is stupid with notifications. So join the Discord server, the Oasis, to stay up to date with streams and videos on the channel. If you want to be a guest for next year, just email me or contact any of us on the Discord whenever. And yeah, we'll see you guys later in like 2 more weeks from now. So probably November 20th. And we'll be able to give you some panel review on Black Panther 2, some opinions on God of War Ragnarok, and more stuff. So we'll see you then. Peace out.
Peace.
Shalom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s. The clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these 2 fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Riddle me this. But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Hadouken!
What are you going to do, Space Ghost?
I'm combining the stun ray with the force energy power.
Your soul is mine.
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Tyrannosaurus!
The SoulProvider. Or the stone pudding or something. I mix up some herbs and I come up with a dandy glass of this bicarbonate of fig leaf.
Yoga claim.
But there could be more to the case than meets the eye.
Target acquired. It's the big one. Proton cannon.